What's up guys, welcome back. Top Ippons now from the Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. And I'm going to start off with a wazari. Come on, that's not a wazari. Look at Ardamian's face, he's like, are you sure? Look at me! That is not a wazari, this is an Ippon. Anyway, big mistake by Blue. Getting real close to Ardamian. And turning the corner like that, goes in. He's got the undergrip around the back. That's what he does. He's a specialist at the close range. Huge Ippon. Come on, that is an Ippon. So we're going to start off with some funny ones. Some interesting exchanges. So White goes in here for an Osotogari, but he doesn't have any grips. Gets countered by Blue. And White, he thinks it's a little bit funny as well. See, I don't want to say this is a novice mistake by White, but when you go in for... I mean, he was going in for a hip throw, really, and then try to turn it into an Osotogari, but you should never have your hand in a position like that. And that's why they say, keep your elbow down. It'll do you better in the long run. Some more Ardamian now. And I feel like he's got the exact same Ippon in the exact same place at a different Grand Slam. Just steps in with the kosoto, and then a little shuffle of the feet, picks him up. I love Ardamian's footwork as he sets up these big uranages. And this one, I can't believe this. The judoka from Senegal, he missed a great opportunity here for an Osotogaishi. Right here. But for some reason, he just couldn't get it. I don't know what happened. The Russian just kind of made a huge mistake. Bouchard now in her lovely kataguruma. And check out the elbow in between the legs. And she's got a grip, so it's legal. But you're seeing this more and more these days. People holding a grip and using their elbows to kind of get leverage on the lower half of the body. Big counter here. Hand around the back. Undergrip goes up around the collar. And picks him up. Is it a Tani Otoshi? Could be. And we know what this one is. A beautiful Uchimata by the Uzbek fighter. And if you saw my Ono Shohei breakdown, I did kind of mention that Uchimata works well. Left first right. And here we have a left first right Uchimata. It just seems, you know, more suitable left first right. Bit of grip fighting now. Gets a sleeve. Drops in for a Sode. Doesn't get it. And then stands back up and gets the Ashibarai. Come on, nice work, nice work. This is why I always encourage people to stand up and go again. Because people are kind of flustered, you know, you drop down and they're like, oh, I defended that, I'm safe, we'll carry on. No, you are not. Whoosh. Come on, flat on his back. That one's awesome. Love a good Ashibarai. Next up, the Mongolian. Classic Sumigaishi. He did really well. I'm really liking this Mongolian. Oktu. Odku. If anyone can help me with the pronunciation, that would be much obliged. More heavyweight judo now. And look at that. The fake on the inside. To the Tani Otoshi on the outside. Kind of resembles a little bit of Aaron Wolf. Except this time with a taller judoka and a top grip. So really, really nice work there. And Kochigaishi, I guess you have to call it a Kochigaishi, because he had his foot inside between the legs going for a Kochigari, right? Watch Blue's right leg goes in for a Kochi, gets countered. You see lots of Ochigaishi, but not much Kochigaishi. I'm not even sure if that's a word. Bobanov now. One of my favorite judoka. And I love how he does his uranage. Instead of having kind of two grips, you know, under below the shoulders with undergrips, he's got one around the belt and then one up high around the neck. So see his right arm as he goes over, his right arm is right around the guy's neck. So I like that way. I like how he does that. Kind of different to Ardamian, so I should really bring out a uranage video, show the different variations that people do. Alright, check out this Sode Surikomi Goshi. Come on, that's awesome. That's so good. Little fake to the opposite side with the osoto. I guess that's what he's faking. Gets a reaction. And his hip, it's like half in. I think they call it a floating hip maybe. But that was amazing. Here we see a failed uranage attempt. Ends up getting countered with the kochigari. Goes in. White does really well to stay balanced. And then just gets his foot in there, hooks it, and that's all you need. Is a little hook. It's a good way to defend against uranages. Sendocho now against Turaev. This is the final. I thought I'd include this just because I thought it was a nice transition. Get to wazari and then straight into the newaza. And look at this. Turns him over. Sendocho is so good, man. He's really high level. Really, really high level. Ono Shohei gave him a shout out on Instagram for his victory. So he knows what's up. Everyone knows that Sendocho, he is really, really good. And watch this, gets the knee out. Finally, after a little bit of effort. Nice knee slide here. A little bit of a kick on the foot. And then a good transition to stop Turaev. I mean, look at this. Come on. Really well done. That was some high level newaza right there. Some women's judo now. And a nice pickup. Yagura nage. Kind of turns it into an uchimata in the end. But if you've ever tried this technique, I can't do it for the life of me. It's so hard. Just getting people up on your hips like that from a frontward position. So difficult. Right, a real low osoto gari now. Osoto otoshi is what we will call it. Just dropping in there. You don't see this very often. You don't see many people dropping to their knees doing osoto gari. Big boy uchimata. I love it how he just rolls over, kind of like a marshmallow. Look at this. And you don't want to give a heavyweight the undergrip. They are big and scary with the high grips, but a heavyweight gets an undergrip. That's scary stuff. Uchimata Tsukashi now. One of my favorite new Mongolian judoka. Odku. It's kind of interesting here. I mean, his grips set up the Uchimata Tsukashi. He just happened to have two hands on the one side of the body. Next up, we've got a good way to deal with Sore Surikomi Goshi. Or sometimes, drop down Ippons Seoi Nage. Just get that leg in front. Turn it into a nice Uchimata. Sometimes when people drop down, they kind of want to get up. Or generate a bit more forward momentum or go again. And so if you've got that leg in front, it's a good way to counter them. And we're just going to call that one ferociousness. Look at this, jumps in there with the big koshiwaza. And then just a couple more stabs and she gets the ippon. Beautiful Uchimata. Left first right, as I was saying. Nice traditional sleeve grip. And underneath the shoulder, gets that leverage and momentum. Two tight grips now. And you can see him setting it up. Watch how strongly he's holding onto these grips. He's like, I got my two grips now, and I am jumping in here for my Sore Surikomi Goshi. Too strong. Too strong. Adamian again. He is so good at uranage. He is so good at this technique. And I think he does it both ways. I think he does a left and a right uranage. They are slightly different. I'm going to have to break this guy down at some point, but I need a bit more footage on him. There's going to be, I'll tell you that. He's amazing. Speaking of amazing, Bobanov with the counter. And had all the perfect grips for a counter, so you could see he was kind of waiting for something to happen. Looking for a counter. Another big uranage here. It was a tournament of uranage. Lots of guys picking people up, lots of Russians. Uzbekistan guys doing some big pickups as well. Just needed to get that foot out of the way, and then it was bombs away. Left first right now. And this is so awkward. But well done by White, you know, he controlled it. He was like, okay, the Uchimata's not working. He's got really, really long legs. He's on top of me. So I'm going to attack that base leg with a Kochigari. Really well controlled. Little Kosoto. And then jumps in with a big Koshiwaza. Russians are so technical with their hips. The way they're able to jump in there like that, quite amazing. Big counter to an Ippons Seoi Nage. I guess you would have to call it Tewaza? Ippon, there's no Ippon Seoi Nage Gaishi or something like that, right? Not the most spectacular Soresuri Komigashi I've seen in a while, but I mean, gets the job done, rolls over in the right direction. Classic Mongolian Judo now. So it looks like he's a left-handed fighter, but then turns it the other direction, goes in for a right-sided Uchimata. Look at this, feeds the left hand, so you think, oh, he's a left-handed fighter, but then goes underneath with a right-sided Uchimata. Come on, that's spectacular. Deep grip around the back now. Seals the deal with a Kosoto. And Sendochu, he's so good. Look at this. He's working that grip so well to get this Kosoto, and then perfect directional move. Kind of awkward landing, but definitely an Ippon. Turaev now. And watch how he feeds his hand to the back. So cross grip on the sleeve, breaks it, and now he's got his grip. Now he's just got to feed everything, feed the Kosoto, feed the left hand underneath the waist. And Turaev is also known for his very, very fast Taiotoshi. Actually, sorry, that's Boltabayev. He's the one who's got the world record for the fastest Ippon, the Taiotoshi. And Sendochu again. So good. Such an amazing Morote Seoi Nage. Gets a sleeve, breaks it a little bit, a little movement, and then drops in there. Not getting an Uchimata from that distance, so goes in for a Tani Otoshi. Really good adjustment here. Look, too far out for the Uchimata, but there's enough space to get his elbow in there for a Tani Otoshi. That's really, really good work. Oh. Oh. So much action. Look at this. Ochigari. Gets his hand around the back. Goes for the pickup. And then a nice little trip with the leg. Sasai to finish the job. Bit of newaza now. And I included this just for the omoplata roll. And does well to kind of secure the head because it is easy to get up from that position, surprisingly. And this is really well done. So, in the grip fighting, kind of forces him to post with his left hand, and that's exactly what he wants because he's going to grip it, break the grip, and jump in for a sore. Another classic Sumigaeshi from the Mongolian. Big hand around the back, almost to the belt. And that's all you need, really. Good grips. Next up, Yondon Perenlai gets thrown by a lovely Uchimata. And this Mishirov guy, well, he did it, but Maruyama couldn't. So that's quite a special Uchimata. And he doesn't look like a big guy either. Just really good positioning, perfect grips, and a lot of flexibility to get that leg up. But of course, Yondon Perenlai, a great competitor, he has to have Ippons of his own. And this is really interesting. So it goes in for the Osoto, and then turns it into a lovely Haraigoshi. So if you've ever done osoto, the way Yondo and Parenlai goes in like this, there's a point where you kind of run out of gas. But what he does is he just changes the direction and he's got a whole new gear. Look at that. Beautiful work. Goes in for the kataguruma. Defends well. And then he secures that lapel under that throat so quickly, so tight. And unfortunately he goes out. Not the best look. Come on, ref, do something. Such a dumb rule that the ref can't interfere. So dumb. Vieru now. And he's got such clean judo. Love his Tayatoshi. And mixes it well with this kochigari. Look at this quick flick. Right hand under the chin. Secures it perfectly. Time for a lightning fast counter. That's incredible. So Gregorian, I think, just chasing too much. And it didn't take much for Blue to just turn his hips in there and get a throw. Two hands around the back. Good counter to the bear hug. Just kind of jumps on top of him, really. And Blue, that's borderline bear hug, no? Goes in for the sode. Awkward fall, but gets white down to the ground. And then feeding the arms underneath. Getting the legs in there as well. Lovely work with the legs. Get past. And some more newaza for you guys. Abdullayev. Securing an armbar. And he's getting the tap really, really quickly. Yang, of course, who won the gold medal, showing us his trademark newaza, the Sankaku Jime. Sorry, the Sankaku pin, Osaikomi, as he loves to do. And that's it, guys. Let me know what you think about the Ippons from Abu Dhabi Grand Slam. That's it for 2021. So I love your support. Like, subscribe. There's more videos coming. Top Ippons for the year, top judoka, and all sorts. Okay, I'll see you again.